guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a bit of a like hack vlog, except I'm not hacking. But I'm going to do a Q&A while I am riding because that makes it a bit more interesting. So I'm aboard the steed. There he is. We basically, like, our yard is like right off a bridle path, so I don't have to go on the road. So that's why I'm not wearing high vis. But yeah, I'll answer some questions. This will be a chill one. I don't really do much on like bridle path hack days. Yeah. Yep, I know, I saw that person as well. Hello, Sybil. You can see Sybil, she's a goat. She's watching. Okay, so the first question was, what is Clancy's worst fear? Clancy isn't really like the most spooky horse. Like, he doesn't really tend to spook at things unless it really takes him off guard. He's more like nosy. He'll like look at things. He likes to look in people's houses. Oh, we've come across a log on the floor. Wait a second. Oh my god. Wow. Like a jump, wasn't it? That. But yeah, there's not really that much that scares him. Like, he's a pretty chilled horse. He's like your typical kind of bomb-proof guy. This is an interesting one. Do you think that Instagram has helped your riding or not? And to be honest, not really. Like, I've had instructors throughout the time that I've been on Instagram, and I've been on Instagram since I was at the riding school, so obviously I get a lot of critique and people trying to tell me how to ride, but I don't really ever pay attention to it because it's not relevant to me. It has made me slightly more nervous because some people have sent me some like really nasty things, and it makes me a bit like, oh my god, I can't ride, like I'm gonna do really badly here. But aside from that, I'd say it's probably made it worse rather than help me in any way. I don't really take any notice of like critique or anything like that because most of it's written in a way that is attacking me, and the nice critique is from my friends, so I say it's more like my friends helping me than Instagram as a platform. Okay, it's really raining now. Clancy's looking at whatever the hell that is at me. Distance, but at least the lighting's better out here, so anyway, someone said, what is your favourite memory of Clancy? I don't know. I mean, I kind of bang on about this constantly, but Hickstead cross country is my favourite place. I have some amazing memories there. Like, it just was such a good way to finish off what I thought was my last few months of Clanc. Obviously not. But yeah, I really want to get back there, but obviously he's not really in the place to be jumping cross country at the moment, and I'd rather give him plenty of time to recover, get back to himself, than, big bit of hair in my mouth, and rush him and try and get him to Hickstead too prematurely. Like, his comfort and safety is my biggest priority, and he's now doing the thing where he knows that I've only got one rein, so he's trying to go home, so that's nice. Good riding from me. That was a little spin. If you saw that. If it doesn't look like I've spun, I did. So yeah, he knows. He really can tell when I'm like not 100% concentrated on my riding. The next question was, how did you get sponsored by Aztec Diamond? My voice has got a bit funny. I thought I'd talk about this as a kind of general thing because I'm not going to specifically speak about Aztec. I'm not actually sponsored by them. I just work with them. Thought I heard someone there. Doesn't really matter. I don't care if they see me film. But yeah, so I just thought I'd talk about sponsorships because obviously I do work with some really amazing companies, and a lot of people ask me how I got sponsored by them. My arm is getting tired and it's only been like 30 seconds. But yeah, so a lot of people ask me this, and I would just like to say that, like, I think that obviously my following has a very big part of it, but also I get really high quality photos. Like, I do have a camera, so oh my god, I'm gonna have to swap my hands, I'm really struggling. Oh, the angle is so much worse on this side. Yeah, so I work really hard for my opportunities. I've spent ages like perfecting my photos and learning how to edit. Oh, you've got a nice view though, so maybe that's better. And obviously, like, my following does have a big part of it for the companies I work with, but you can work with companies from like smaller accounts. But I would really recommend like actually being a fan of the company. I see so many people being like, how did you get sponsored by this company? Like I want to work with them, and obviously a lot of my companies like do reach out to me, but if I'm a big fan of the company, then I will reach out to them. Not an example of this specifically, but my partnership with DVR, like, I was just a big fan of them. I became friends with Danielle, like, I worked hard on promoting them, helped them grow their Instagram, and now I'm like on the team. I don't really know if I think I'm a brand ambassador. I'm never really 100% sure what my actual title is with a lot of companies, but yeah. So you know, I just think you should already be a fan of the company. You should also interact with them on their Instagram. If I like a company and I want to be sponsored, I'll make sure that they know who I am. So like, oh my god, my hair. This is a moment where everyone goes, you should tie your hair up, and I go, well, no. But yeah, like, make sure they know who you are. Comment on their post. I see so many people trying to get like free stuff, like entering in those sponsorship searches where it's like a company that's never posted anything, and I'm like, well, how do you know you'd even like them? If you don't like them, then you're still gonna have to promote them, and it's just like, I don't know, it just seems a bit fake. Like, that's why now I'm so picky about who I work with, because I really want it to be companies that I love and will use all the time. So Shires, Aztec, oh my god, Tech, who I tried to just film that video of and it didn't work. But yeah, like, I think so many people just want to be sponsored and just want free stuff, and I completely get it. That's what I used to be like back in the day when I just started out. But now I'm like, if I work with a company, I want to be able to feature them in most of my posts. Like, I want to be able to show them to my followers, like, in a very authentic way. So it's not just like one post where I'm like, oh, I love this, and then I never post about it again, you know? Like my Aztec stuff, like, people associate me with Aztec now because I wear so much of their stuff. And like my tech stirrups, like, I always wear them. I wouldn't ever promote a different stirrup brand. Bloody plane. I've realised that wasn't like incredible advice, so a few top tips. So 1, make sure you're following them on social media. 2, make sure you're interacting with them on social media. 3, make sure you own their products, or you have a platform or some sort of unique selling point that would mean that you'd be able to promote their products if you don't already own them. So mine is my platform, mine is also my photos. Some people are like big competition riders, so theirs would be the fact that they compete. But you want something that, like, you can sell, you like how you can sell yourself to the company. I know that sell yourself isn't really like a great phrase even, but you know, you want some way that you can be like, yeah, this is what I bring to the table. And I think a lot of people kind of overlook that, and they're just like, oh, I just want free stuff. But it's not about that. And also, make sure you love the brand. This one's quite fun. If you could have every item from a brand of your choice, what brand would you choose? And I mean, it would be Shires. Like, don't get me wrong, I have so many companies that I love, but practically Shires. Like, Shires do everything. I'd have like bridles, stuff like that. Obviously I've got my hat silks. Like, they do everything, so you'd never ever need anything. But like, obviously, Clancy stopped to smell a poo. Obviously, like, I do love my other brands that I work with, but practically, and also because I do, just look at that hat silk. Oh, it's so wet. Yeah, like, Shires would be amazing. Can you imagine? Clancy would be so lucky. You would be, wouldn't you? He's not really bothered. The next one is, do you ever wish that Clancy would grow with you? And I think people don't realise how old I am. I'm 19. I'm not growing. Don't walk over here because you're gonna... Okay, we've turned around. To be fair, we're only like a couple of metres from the top, so that's fine. I'm not really like ever gonna be too big for him. So like, I do wish that maybe he was 15.3, like we all know. I have talked about this many times, that I do wish he was a bit taller because I am quite tall. Don't know how I'm holding this, that's better. But at the end of the day, like, he's never going to have an issue carrying me unless I put on like an incredible amount of weight, which I hopefully won't. So yeah, you know, like, it's fine. I do wish he'd like stay the same age, you know, like I wish he would age slower, if that makes sense. Like, it is a bit sad that one day, like, we will have to slow him down and that he won't be able to do what he normally is doing. I know that I'm just switching every 5 seconds because I can't hold it. Yeah, like, obviously that's with everyone, isn't it? Like, you don't want to ever have to retire your horse. He's 14 now, so he's got a good few years left in him, but it does make me a bit sad thinking that one day he'll have to kind of slow down and not be ridden anymore. Okay, so the next question is from Ella, Tanner Vanna. Shout out Ella. If you're watching this, probably not, but go follow her. She is great. Anyway, she asked, what are your bridle paths like? Are they good to hack on? This is my bridle path. So we basically have like this bridle path running running next to the yard, which is, it's all like kind of, you know, hard ground. It's like a kind of roady vibe, but no cars. But it's great, like I can take him down here for a trot, stuff like that. So it's normally really good for just getting him a bit fitter. Obviously now I'm just taking him for a leg stretch. But in the summer I take him up here and I'll do like trotting up and down and stuff like that. Oh, there's someone up there with a dog. I hate it when there's other people on the bridle path. But yeah, our bridle path is great. And then there's also another bridle path that I go on, which takes me all the way to Hickstead, which is really cool. And that runs, it's like a 2-hour hack to Hickstead, but you just have to go on like 2 minute of road, and then you're like at that bridle path, and then it's straight bridle path all the way to Hickstead, except for like another 1 bit of road. But you're never on the road for like more than 2 minutes on that hack, which is quite good. But yeah, like I like our bridle path, it's good. I've never really had hacking like this before, so it's quite nice to be able to just jump on and go out and not have to like hack a load. But obviously I do still do a lot of road work with him. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, but here it just means that I can like ride like casually. Like it's not like a big kind of like I have to be 100% focused all the time, but there is someone walking towards us, so that I will probably turn off the camera. Okay, so my next one was, did you get all of your followers from game posts and stuff like that? Which I just thought was a bit of a ridiculous question, so I thought I'd answer it. I'm going to give him a shot though. Good boy, good lad. Yeah, no. I think people seem to think that I only like gain from that, but obviously I work really hard. And yeah, I just find that a really weird question to ask. Like obviously I've really cut down now and try not to do them at all. I still do giveaways and stuff like that, but I've moved all of my game posts onto a different account so that you guys can still gain, but they don't have to spam my main. So yeah, I don't really like gain any at the moment from that, and I'm still gaining, but yeah, that is a weird question. Like obviously I also do like videos and stuff, and people come from that, and TikTok, people come from TikTok, you know, like I do like create content as well. It's not just game posts. But yeah, I have cut down completely on those. I don't do them anymore because a lot of you were saying that you wanted to see less of them. So obviously if you guys want that, then I'm not going to do them anymore. And also I was kind of feeling that my account was getting a bit like overwhelmed by them. I'm just going to turn them around and do one more trot, I think. Good boy, I know. But yeah, so I have completely cut down on those and they won't be on my account anymore. I might do like a game post a week, or every 2 weeks, which is just a free one, like no rules or anything like that, but we will see. I don't know yet. I put in a lot of work. I've been on this platform for a while, and I've worked very hard to learn the algorithm and how to do social media, so yeah, I haven't quite worked out YouTube though, me hanging out, but you know, but the lighting's always so bad. Why don't I do anything about that? Okay, so the next question was, have any of your friends ridden Clancy, and if not, why? Yeah, a lot of them have. I will put anyone on Clancy. Like, he's so safe, and I don't know, like, he's had my beginner friends on him, he's had my actual, like, horse friends on him. Like, I've pretty much put anyone on him. At the moment, like, he's not really, I wouldn't put anyone on him now. But mum and dad have ridden him, my brother's ridden him. One of my friends from school rode him back in the day. My ex-boyfriend rode him, and yeah, my friend Lauren, who features on my Instagram sometimes, and my friend Becky, who also features on my Instagram sometimes, they've both ridden him. So yeah, he's a pretty safe horse. Like, I would put anyone on him. The next question was, what does he get fed? And Clancy's pretty basic. He's on chaff and pony nuts, and then I think he had some gut balancer, which we're trying to get back again. We haven't got any more yet. But yeah, he was on gut balancer for a little while as well, which did help. But the rain, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, he's pretty basic. Like, he's a really easy horse to do because he's not really got like any special requirements or anything. The next one was, once Clancy's on like top form again, will you take him to shows? I don't know. Like, obviously this is kind of a show vibe. The top, not the hat silks, probably not. But yeah, I'm not really a big show rider, to be honest. I've taken Clancy to 2 shows, and I probably will take him to more. Like, I obviously was kind of hoping to in the summer, but then Hickstead was kind of more of my priority. Like, I'd rather go to Hickstead than shows. And now, obviously, he's hurt his back, so we're just recovering him from that. But yeah, I probably will do a couple, but I'm not like going to be out competing massive courses or anything like that. I'm not really that fussed. Another question was, does Clancy prefer jumping or flat work? Clance. Definitely prefers jumping. Flat work just is a bit aimless for us. I'm not a big fan of it. He's not a big fan of it. And unless we're in a lesson, like, it just tends to get a bit repetitive and boring. And I know, a lot of people love flat work. I obviously still do it because it is important, but I'm not a massive fan. We definitely both prefer jumping or pole work where there's a bit more of an aim. Okay, so the next question was, what would be your like dream brand to partner with? I mean, I work with a few dream brands. If this was more specifically like sponsorship, I'd love to be sponsored by Shires, or obviously I work with Aztec, but like officially sponsored by any of the brands I work with. Polyjumps would be pretty amazing. But ones I don't work with, why have you stopped? A wee, great. Actually that is quite good, so he doesn't wee in the stable. Yeah, I think I'd love to work with Charles Owen. This is a Charles Owen helmet, and I really love their helmets, so probably Charles Owen. There's not really that many other than that. Okay, probably the final one because I am almost home. But this one was, if Clancy was for sale, would you buy him? And I get asked this so often. A lot of people going, why haven't you bought Clancy? Like, why haven't you buy him? He's not for sale. His owner's own the yard that he's at. If I were to buy him, I'd be paying like 5 times the amount to keep him. Like, I can have him as often as I want. Like, there's no limits to what I can do with him. Like, I can literally do whatever. So why would I buy him? Like, I'm in the same situation as someone who would own a horse and ride 4 days a week, you know? Like, I'm just paying a fraction of the price. If he was for sale, maybe, because that would mean that his owners couldn't keep him, and I would want to, like, obviously have him still. But I'd never just buy him for, like, no reason, you know? Like, I just don't see the point in that. Okay, thank you for watching. Enjoy my snazzy mask. Thanks. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And lovely. And yeah.